Huh. What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't
Once more, what's going on, Puff? I'll have returned to you in the event that JD ain't had enough, better believe it. I'm a battle for my standing, I'm a battle for the good man, I'm the equitable lord, that I am I'm flawed in the hurricane of Hollywood, show enough setting debate, has arisen creating a shaded area over the fabulous exterior of media outlets. At the core of the tempest are claims including Gin DTI maker Diddy and Jermaine Dupri, working up a storm that has roped in high-profile figures like Feline Williams. The point of convergence of these stunning cases revolves around the abuse and preparing of youthful male specialists, including the famous Nine's hip jump team mismatch in the core of the buzzy city of Atlanta, Georgia. A story was unfurling that would shake the mainstays of the music business. It was 1991. And in the clamoring halls of Lenox Shopping Center, two youthful gifts, Chris McDaddy Kelly and Chris Daddy Mama Smith, were found by. As a matter of fact, Jermaine Dupri, this opportunity experience was not a significance of brains, as well as rather an essential second that would launch Confuse into the spotlight, and at last into a hurricane of contention. No doubt, I mean, like around the local, we would move and sing a smidgen, yet, I mean, we truly got into it a ton. When we met Jermaine to free our maker, the team scarcely into their teen years detonated onto the scene with their momentous hit Get Derailed, which examined the notorious Jackson Fives. I Need You Back wasn't simply a tune, it was a social peculiarity. Hopped downpoured preeminent on the announcement Hot 100 for a stunning 2 months, and soared to twofold platinum status. The youthful stars were not making music, they were molding in age their extraordinary style, described by wearing their garments in reverse, turned into a fleeting yet vital trend among the young. I'm saying we need to continue to put out bungle collections. You understand what I'm talking about, perhaps like 6 additional. We need to continue to put them out. Yet it wasn't about their unmistakable style, or even their snappy thumps. Confuse's introduction collection completely got out offered north of 4 million duplicates, a demonstration of to their huge ability. And Jermaine Dupri's visionary direction, they didn't stop there, their ensuing collections stay bomb. And youthful rich, risky accomplished platinum and gold status, separately establishing their place in hip jump history. We got enormous plans, you understand what I'm saying? We attempting to get like a record name, and stuff, you understand what I'm talking about, we like 40 years of age anyway. Underneath the sparkling surface of tart-fixing hits and earth-shattering style, a hazier account was fermenting quick forward to 2013. And the lamentable fresh insight about Kelly's unfavorable end sent shockwaves through the business. The world grieved the deficiency of McDaddy. However, his passing uncovered agitating bits of gossip and charges that had been stewing underneath the veneer of progress reports. Flourished that the injury and misuse he could have endured as a kid star prompted his substance fixation, and eventually his excess Jermaine Dupri ruler of the if you were to ask me child. These charges got some momentum with high-profile people like Feline Williams, carrying them into the spotlight. Williams' unstable remarks about Diddy and Jermaine Dupri, purportedly prepping youthful male specialists, including crosswise, stoked the fire. Jermaine Dupri utilized each and every individual who endorsed with him that was his cost for progress. Williams apparently said a chilling deception to the supposed wrongdoing, as the discussion twirled around the tradition of Kriss Kross fans, and pundits the same started to rethink the pair's fast ascent to acclaim was their prosperity simply the consequence of ability and difficult work. Or was there a more vile inclination in question? The business hummed with hypotheses about the supposed preparing and misuse that could have occurred in the background, creating a dim shaded area over the shimmering picture of Kriss Kross prosperity. As the story unfurled the juxtaposition of Jumble's public victories and their confidential battles, laid out a mind-boggling and upsetting picture. The narrative of Jumble was, as of now, not just about their graph-beating hits or pattern-setting styles, it had turned into a story of expected double dealing and injury, an obvious sign of the frequently inconspicuous expenses of notoriety and outcome in the relentless universe of media outlets as the marvelousness of Hollywood darkened in the shadow of misfortune. The world faltered from the less-than-ideal passing of Chris McDaddy Kelly. His passing on May 1, 2013, at 34 years old, left keep away from in the music world, as well as touched off a whirlwind of agitating tales found oblivious in his Atlanta home. Chris' battle with substance habit, affirmed by his family, portrayed a star fighting internal devils. Following this misfortune, Jermaine Dupri's letter to fans resounded with grief and closeness. Chris Kelly was McDaddy, yet to me, he was the child I never had. Jermaine communicated, uncovering the profundity of their security. His words, "I invest more energy with Chris and Kriss than damn close to anyone in my entire life," highlighted an association that rose above simple expertise. No doubt. And afterward, one of the individuals passes no yet. It was Jermaine's appearance on Vlad television in 2018 that caused to stir his unsure reaction about Chris' age at the hour of his passing and evident uneasiness when gotten some information about keeping in touch with Chris. Started hypothesis, "I didn't see that approaching. We had recently did the 20th commemoration." Jermaine squirmed, alluding to a relationship that maybe wasn't as close in that frame of mind as it used to be. In the midst of these hypotheses, fans went to the past, examining old meetings of confuse a recognizable change in Chris Kelly's attitude over the course of the years was clear, from a friendly and grin-filled youth to an apparently broken and miserable figure. In later meetings, the change was unmistakable. Perceptions of this change, combined with Jermaine's shifty reactions, energized the fires of gossip and hypothesis, adding to the tumult of virtual entertainment. Fan took to Jermaine Dupri's Instagram, blaming him for attacking Crosswise 17 years earlier. The informers even guaranteed that Kriss Kross had won a claim against Dupri in regards to these charges. Such allegations, regardless of whether ridiculous, pushed the story into a domain, testing the tradition of befuddle and creating a long shaded area over Jermaine Dupri's mentorship. Trying to counter these stories, Jermaine Dupri thought about the starting points of mismatch during a discussion at the Grammy Gallery. Jumble weren't rappers. They weren't attempting to be vocalists. When I met them, I got out, "Whatever do all of you do, we cool." I was like, damn, get these folks a record quick. This record portrayed a less evil, more entrepreneurial revelation of ability, standing out strongly from the tales that were whirling. Yet these statements did essentially nothing to suppress the developing doubts as the business and fans. The same wrestled with the tradition of confuse the Jew testimony of their public achievement. And Chris Kelly's confidential battles kept on bringing up issues. Was their quick ascent to popularity a fantasy excursion? Or did it veil a seriously alarming reality? The riddle of Chris Kelly's change from a lively, youthful star to an upset craftsman stayed an impactful, unsettled section in the adventure of confound passing on the world, considering the genuinency to notoriety in the secret skirmishes of its most splendid stars. Yet the fans' allegations were only a hint of something larger. Feline Williams, known for his unfiltered and dubious explanations, marked Jermaine the Lord of Keys in a free-form video puff. "I'll have returned to you in the event that JD hate had enough. Definitely Jermaine D. ruler of the molesters. If you were to ask me, child," he rapped, tossing a searing allegation at Dupri strangely dissimilar to his reaction to the Instagram fan. Jermaine never openly addressed Feline's remarks, maybe excusing them because of Feline's supposed state during the shooting. "Definitely yes, you should be the most